Hey, what's up? It's time for more Girls Band Cry. We're doing episode 8. This means we're over halfway through the season already. I kind of didn't realize that. It feels like we're still very early on, but I mean, there's only one core of this, right? So we're actually, you know, getting closer to the end than to the start. But I'm looking forward to jumping into this. I have really been enjoying watching this show. I'm also seeing more people, I mean, just in the sort of communities that I scroll through, talking about this show and, you know, getting excited for it and posting screenshots. And I'm just trying to scroll past them and not look too hard at them because I try to be as blind as I can while also participating in anime communities. It's a difficult line to ride, where I want to be active in them and be able to like read stuff other people are saying and be able to check out other opinions and stuff, but I also want to be blind on the stuff that I want to watch. So it's a constant thing of like me stopping and reading stuff and then scroll, stopping and reading stuff, scroll. So anyway, doesn't matter. I'm going to be jumping into episode 8. Make sure to support this video. If you like this video, if you like my content, if you like my vibe, support the video. Like it down below. Comment on it. Let me know your favorite part of the reaction. And you can subscribe to the channel as well so that you know when these videos are going up. And also, I mean, it's not just for this series. There may be a series that I do in the future that you will want to know about, and you should subscribe now so that when it pops up in your subscription feed, you'll go, oh yeah, that's right, and you can go check out the rest of those videos. So make sure to subscribe. And finally, I have a Patreon account if you want the full length reaction and early access. I know some of you have joined my Patreon account to get early access for Girls Band Cry, and I mean, it's worth it because you can get it in a full length version as long as you sync it up with your own footage. So go check that out because you can get episode 9 of Girls Band Cry on my Patreon account right now. Let's jump into this episode 8 of Girls Band Cry. Flashback. So this was Momoka who suggested it. Damn. 2D Momoka had some confidence. Aww. So much, such a big smile she used to have. Oh, this makes me sad. Aim for the Budokan. I was wondering what she was doing on the ground there. They're so pissed at each other. It's such a different vibe than back then. I wonder if we'll see a backstory that shows how Momoka went from 2D to 3D. Did she fall in a depth machine? A vat of depth? I kind of agree with that. Oh, that's true though. If you've been like ignoring her feelings. Yeah. No, you're right there, Nina. Yep, that's right, Subaru. She's so far away. Damn, yeah. Nina's playing the role of Momoka back in the day. Yeah. See, she keeps ignoring the problems. Damn. Oh, fuck. Good job, Subaru. I'm used to it. Oh my god. Oh, that's such a sad line. Oh.
また終わりね。始まりですよ。
She knows that they're gonna mold into something better.
もらった？
いけませんか？
ミネさんが使ってないギター。
Aw, that was nice of her.
ももかさんと一緒だから頑張れって言って。
Aw.
返しに行くって言ってあるから。はい、ご心配なく。
Aw, Rupa, you're so sweet.
じゃあ、まだ電車あるから。じゃあ、今度は酔い止め飲んでくるんだよ。
Aw.
ちゃんって少し話しといた方がいいでしょ。これでも気を利かせたの。
I love Subaru.
なんか最近のニーナ見てたら気づかぬはももか様だけなり。言ってるのがどれだけ無謀かスバルだって分かってるだろう。
And Momoka regrets it for herself, I think.
この前のフェス通過した。それと元ダイヤモンドダストなわけでしょ。ともちゃんとルパさんもネットでは結構注目されている。
Yeah, I mean, we actually have a lot going for
さら
us.
にニーナの声は
It's not that
この前
far-fetched
どっか
we'd
のボーカル
be
がさ、いいってつぶやいて、
successful.
フォロワーもうこんなにいるし、今
Damn.
度のライブのアンケート一番多い。
27,000
ニー
followers?
ナが
That's
言って
really
るのは
good.
夢もスバルは私は合わせるよ。みんなニーナが言うんだよね。本気なら退路を立って目標を決めなきゃダメだって。
Damn, she says the same thing that you
難し
do.
いからこそ退路を立たなきゃいけない。
これと、
Oh, choosing a
こ
pick.
れでこんなのよくみんなやってる。
Well, F is really hard.
フリーダンフリーダン
C and G and D, they're easy.
仕送りはもう結構です。
Oh,
預金通帳もお返しします。
damn. She's getting rid of all of her lifelines. Oh, makes me nervous. I'm getting anxious.
そういうの全然覚えてないんだよね。
Oh, so she's working here now.
当たり前でしょ。まったくなんでわざわざここにバイトで入るのよ。
Yeah, she has a friend here. Yeah.
あんた何人？外国人が口答えしてんじゃね
Hey,
え。
Nina.
失礼しました。
Rupa can handle herself.
別にどうにも。今話してもまた喧嘩になるだけだと思う。
Yeah.
きっとこのままゴタゴタが続くようなら
And I get
私たちは
that.
やめるからね。
分かってる。
Yeah, it's gotta be hard being in the middle of this. Is it Momoka? Yay! I love the music that kicked in.
この後時間あるか。
Oh?
ということでいいですね。
What?
そう反省文を打つとしましょう。
Man. So she was the victim of something and they just swept it under the rug. That fucking sucks.
嫌いじゃないので。
Oh, that was a nice shot.
好きの反対は興味なしって言うじゃないですか。
Well,
あ
sometimes.
れだけ喧嘩してるのにまだ二人で話そうなんて大好きな証拠です。
There's part of them that wants to solve their problems. There's Diamond Dust.
悠長なことは言ってられない。生き残るためにそれを追いかけ続けるしかない。
全てがそうだと分か
I
りない
mean,
じゃな
I
いですか。
still love this song.
これが最初からやりたかったわけじゃない。生き残るために売れるために誰も聞く耳を持たなかった。でも現実はプロが絶賛しても売れないものは売れない。
Yeah.
続けることはできないという選択だ。
Yeah. And that's also a problem when you cut off your
あいつらは続ける
lifelines.
選択をしたんだ。
You're forced to go down a route that you
否
don't
定
want
される
to
ものじゃない。ニーナに私と同じ選択はさせたくな
go.
い。
Yeah, that's been pretty clear for the
なん
episode.
で田舎に帰らん売れたいとか認められたいとかじゃなく好きな
Aww.
歌をただ歌っていた。
You just wanted to
私が好きだ
help
った
her do
私
the
なん
stuff
だ。
she loved and not
あ
chase
の頃の
anything
私なんだ
else.
よ。
I can't bring myself to hate Diamond Dust
私の気持ちはどうなるんですか。
until they actually do something I think is bad.
私はどうなるんですか。
This is true.
ニーナ
Aw. But you can't run away. You need to have this conversation.
話してください。
Oh my god.
あなたの思い出に閉じ込めないでください。
Don't trap me in it. Yeah.
さあ、イセリさん。
Oh.
いいか。
ニナ。
And that's when she trapped herself in there. And just let that out. Oh.
誰かに届けたいからバンドを始めたんですよね。学園祭で歌って東京に出てきたんですよね。プロになったんですよね。
Oh.
あなたに勇気づけられ元気をもらい、あなたがいたから
Yeah, you have to look her in the eyes.
あなたとかけようと思っている人間があなたを信桃香さん
Wow.
桃香
Diamond dust.
行くぞ。いいから。
Oh, and you recognize Nina?
おい。
I just realized her name's Hina? So it's Hina and Nina? Well, I kind of want to have them talk. Oh my god! Nina! Jesus Christ! You could have killed yourself or Momoka or both.
桃香さんが逃げる必要なんてない。桃香さんは何も間違ってない。うるさい。
Seems like Diamond Dust are actually worried about them. Oh.
喋らなくてもいい。ただ聞いておいて。
Uh-huh.
バンド始めたって聞いたよ。楽しみにしてるから。
Look, yeah!
私たち後悔してないから。これで上まで絶対行くから。
I like Diamond
言って
Dust.
みせるから。
あんなクソみたいな演奏してよくそんな偉そうな
Oh my god.
後悔してないんだったらもっと可愛い
Jeez.
のフェス私らも出るからな
Here's her passion coming back.
お前らの曲全部持って
Well, they all know Momoka, so
宣戦布
they
告
get
です
this.
あの子は知り合いそう
Hmm.
子です
I'm really curious about the Hina Nina stuff.
なんだ
やっぱり私
Aww.
決まってるじゃないですか
You two are best friends.
告白です
Aww. Pull over. Oh. Oh.
だから言ったでしょ
I'm liking Rupa more and more.
やれやれだわやっぱ面白いやつらだわ 誰かに染まれない誰にもならない
gosh.
夢だと
Really beautiful again. Great episode with, I mean, just like really good arguments between these characters. Because like, obviously there's the problem of like they keep trying to run away from the conversation. Like whenever it gets hard for one of them, the other one runs away, or you know they run away from it. But they were also critiquing each other for that very thing, and it's because Nina and Momoka are actually very similar characters. Like they both can't help but get frustrated and run away from a confrontation like that, but then also they can't back down from the fight either. And I really liked the sort of theming that was brought up by Rupa in this episode, which is like saying to Tomo, like, don't worry about them, they'll be fine. The opposite of love is indifference. Like these two are having some massive fights and like are constantly yelling at each other, but they can't help but constantly like start up the fight again because they keep wanting to see each other again. So like Rupa knew they're gonna talk it out until they solve this issue, until they like work through it, because they do aggressive, huge fights that will eventually, you know, get to somewhere. Like they're using TNT to explode through their fights. They're not just chipping away at it with a little like tiny pickaxe. They're actually like blowing holes in their arguments until they get to the center. So they're gonna get there eventually, you know. So I really like that theme because it also, like she said, opposite of love is indifference, and so that implies, you know, that they love each other. And then at the end of the episode, Nina actually says, like, I'm declaring my love to you. Like this is me saying I love you. Which is very cute. And I really like, because early on in the episode, Nina, like, Momoka was about to punch her, and Nina said, like, go on, do it. It'll finally give me a reason to hate you. Which I loved that line because yeah, like, Nina is so frustrated right now because despite everything, she cares so much about Momoka, and she just wants to stay with Momoka and play music with her and actually, like, succeed with her. And Momoka, like, doesn't let that happen because of her own past hang-ups. And so she said, like, just fucking punch me, and then at least I can go, well, that's the crazy bitch who punched me. And so I can, like, stop thinking about you. I can move on, you know? Like, if you are the sort of person that would, like, actually have a physical altercation with me, and you would attack me, then you're not the person I thought you were, and then our fight is fine. Our fight is solved. Because, like, the reason I'm fighting with you is because I think that you're a better person than this. So if you punch me, you're proving that you're not, and we don't have to be friends anymore. But Momoka didn't do it because, of course, she doesn't want to hurt Nina. Why would she? She's just a impulsive person who, like, will obviously classically, like, threaten someone with punching them because she's frustrated. But she's not gonna actually do it. And yet later in the episode, Nina slaps Momoka, which I think is kind of sad. Like, there's obviously Momoka wasn't too bothered by it, so I'm okay with it. You know, like, if it was, it's sort of up to Momoka whether that's okay in that situation or not. Like, whether they have a close enough relationship to do that and both understand it. You know, because. But, like, just in general, I think it's sad when, like, characters have to solve something with a slap. Like, sometimes I think narratively a slap is good because it shows that that person, like, it's sort of like something that person cares about deeply, but that doesn't make the slap okay, but it makes it understandable. And so as long as the character, like, realizes that the slap wasn't okay, then that's fine, you know? So it works for the media if the media also recognizes that a slap shouldn't be the way to solve a problem. But it makes me sad thinking about it because I think it's possible, like, being physically hurt is something that Nina's had to deal with a lot in the past. And so she you know, lashes back out. Like, it's a classic thing of, like, abusive people who are abused when they were younger tend to like, be more likely to go on and abuse other people because they were abused, and that's, like, what their brain recognizes as, like, well, this is how to solve problems, you know? So just some more advice for you to not abuse people. Don't hit your kids, please, for the love of God, do not do that. Because you can look up research and find out that it's not great. It's not great for your kids. At the very least, it does nothing, and at the worst, it fucks them up. Really severely fucks them up. But yeah, anyway, so I think that's sad, but between Momoka and Nina, I think it works. I think they both have an understanding there, so it's fine. I like, from Momoka's point of view, she was saying to Nina, like, I saw in you myself when I was younger, like, just enjoying the music and enjoying, like, letting out my feelings and not chasing money or fame or anything. And so I get it. I understand. Like, that's what she wants. She wants Nina to stay in that thing. And then what she's seeing now is Nina is turning into almost like a vessel for revenge against Diamond Dust. And I think, like, at the time of that part of the episode, she didn't want that for Nina. She wanted Nina just to be enjoying the music and stuff. And once she started to see Nina get these different goals in, like, we're gonna beat Diamond Dust and we're gonna be more popular than them and we're gonna prove that their way was wrong, then that's, you know, that's when it gets difficult. So here's the thing, like, about Diamond Dust, right? I think it's really interesting, and I think it's really well written. But I think I have a different reading of Diamond Dust than a lot of people watching this show would, Which is like, I think it's easy watching this show to watch it and go like, well, we love Nina and Momoka and our band, and Diamond Dust are the big, they're the big label, they're the band that sold out or whatever. And I know I've got a different opinion on this than a lot of people do, because I'm not a big fan of the whole idea of saying that people sold out, when it is the actual like decision of the people. Like, it's, I've said this in an earlier episode, but it's their band to do with what they want, and I think if they're still trying to achieve goals, like, I do think Diamond Dust, from what I saw in this episode, I think it seems like they were still trying to reach the goals that Momoka set, which is like, we're gonna like reach the top, and then once we're high enough, we'll be able to do the music that we want to do. I think they're still in that phase. Like, I think they were set back a little by Momoka leaving, and now they're trying to get more and more successful by doing, generic stuff to eventually get to the point where they can play music the right way. That's how I read their characters right now. And the thing is, to their credit, they were genuinely concerned about Momoka in this episode. They could have just been like, oh, it's Momoka, and continued walking, like frustrated about her or whatever. But they like her. Like, look at their reactions to her, the way that they were talking to her and talking about her and checking on her, making sure like that she wasn't just getting into a car crash. Like, these people do actually still care for her. It's Momoka who separated herself from them. And I think that's a big reason Momoka has the guilt that she has, because she pulled herself apart from them. But while watching this show, I do not see Diamond Dust as any sort of villains. I do see them as antagonists in a way, like rivals. I'm still rooting for Togenashi Togeari, I believe is what their name is, to be very successful and be even more successful than Diamond does. Sure, I'm still rooting for that. I still want that to happen, but I don't have like a rage towards them. I don't want to rage against them. I don't want to destroy them. I don't want Diamond Dust to be sad. Like, I don't want us to beat them and then cut to a scene of them all devastated that they lost, like that would make me sad. Because I don't think they're bad people. And I don't think there's necessarily much wrong with what they're doing. Now, all of this with the exception of Hina, who I don't know anything about yet. So I'm reserving my judgment on Hina. What I can tell from Hina right now is she's got a cute character design. I do like her voice. And just, being the replacement singer doesn't make her a villain. So my first instinct is to not hate her just because she's the new girl in the band. That seems horrible. That seems really rude. But with that being said, in this episode, she saw Nina, she clocked her, and then the band members were like, you know that girl? And she went, nope, never seen her before in my life. And that makes me nervous about her personality. That makes me think maybe she's not a great person, because it seems like she did recognize Nina and she sort of erased her. Like, either she just didn't care about Nina enough that it hasn't even clocked with her, or she knows Nina, but she actually doesn't want to like give her the time of day, or doesn't want to confront like her own past or something. And that's why she's like just saying like, no, it's easier for me to pretend I don't know that girl. So it makes me nervous that like, I think maybe Hina is not a great person. She might be in the wrong, and it feels like they're setting her up to be a villain if there is one. But I'm not sure yet. I'm still reserving my judgment until I know the full story, because also there's the idea of maybe Hina was really horrible to Nina in their past. Like, maybe there's a lot going on there. But if Hina's able to confront that and apologize for that, then to me that's like, I'm not going to judge her too much from then on out, because I think people can change and do change, and especially if your problems with them went back to like primary school, high school, like in that time, in primary school, I was shitty. Like, I mean, I wasn't a bully, but I was like a brat, and I hate the person I was in primary school. In high school, I was annoying and I had some problems and I had like jealousy issues and stuff. Like there were problems with me then, but that's when we are developing the most as people. And that's also when we're influenced the most by our surroundings. So like, I am absolutely going to be way more forgiving of a person if they were like a shithead in school, but they're now like, they've started to mature and now they're just a person, So I don't know yet. I'm being hesitant about Hina, but I guess we will see where exactly that goes. But I also liked in this episode Nina saying to Momoka, like, don't trap me in your past. I hate being stuck here with your old mistakes. Like, she is seeing it as Nina, and this is something that I do think, like, Nina has a good point on. Like, Nina, I think, is, like, half in the right, half in the wrong for most of these conversations. But I think there's a few of the sentiments that she was expressing, especially towards the end, that really ring true. And one of those is, like, you keep saying, like, oh, you're trying to protect me from making these mistakes or whatever. It's not your responsibility to do that. And it is condescending. And that's the kind of thing that I think I feel a lot with people when they're like, oh, well, I did this and it didn't work out. I'm trying to stop you from making those same mistakes. Parents do it a lot, like they made mistakes when they were younger and they try to stop their kids from making those mistakes, and so they get very strict with them. And my problem with that is, like, a lot of the time the parents are in a good place. Now they have a family, now they have a partner, now they have a job. They're in the right place in their life where they have kids that they're teaching their kids to. And it's like, You're saying, like, I made these mistakes, I regret them, so I'm gonna be super strict on you so that you can't make these mistakes. But the problem is, you made those mistakes and you're in a good place now, So why are you holding me back from making mistakes of my own? And also, there's and what applies more to here is the condescending aspect of, like, and it's not intentionally condescending. I don't think it's wrong for Momoka to feel this way, but I do think it's unintentionally condescending to Nina to say, like, I know what's best for you because I've done this and it didn't work for me, so I'm going to basically stop you from doing it, even though, Momoka, you had those same feelings. You know what Nina's feeling, and so you know why she's making these decisions. And the problem is, you're basically saying, like, look, it didn't work out for me, so it won't for you. So you're wrong to do this. When Nina, I think very realistically, is going, this is frustrating because you know why I'm doing this, and you don't know what the outcome is going to be. You think you know because you had it happen to you, but you don't have all the information. And there was that part in the episode where Subaru laid it out quite nicely. She said that, hey, the Rupa and Tomo are like a famous mystery duo. You're an ex-member of Diamond Dust. I'm an actress, if that matters. I don't think she said that, but that's also, like, on the table. I'm an actress. And I'm the daughter of a famous, or the granddaughter, rather, of a famous actress. And Nina has an excellent voice, which got tweeted about by a famous singer, and now our group is gaining a lot of followers because of her voice. Like, we've got a lot of potential for commercial success here. Like, even if we do what we want to do, there is actually, like, a decent chance we have here. It doesn't mean they're guaranteed for it. It doesn't even mean they have a high chance, but they've probably got a better chance than you think. You think we're just a bunch of random people that came together, but we actually have a lot of cards to play in this situation. So I enjoyed that because it put it into perspective of, like, oh yeah, like, if they succeed here, it won't be like an unrealistic, crazy, like, one in a lifetime slingshot to the moon type stories. It's actually just going to be, oh, here's a bunch of talented, successful people coming together and making a talented, successful band. So yeah, Anyway, that's Girls Band Cry episode 8. I really enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to support this video if you can, liking, commenting, subscribing, and go to my Patreon account if you want the full-length reaction, early access, and exclusive videos. You can get episode 9 on my Patreon account in full-length version right now. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.